Ujja.
I think it will be right. It's what we call Ubuntu in African language, since we have the two ministers. I think it would be right for them to apologize to the fourth estate, since they are part of us, for what was done during the Kawempe by-election. Yes. Thank you, Chair.
I think it's legitimate for members of parliament to ask these pertinent questions and seek answers. First of all, I want to make an observation that my counterpart, the Honorable Nambos, is not here. And when she comes, she will start making trouble. So
We'll start over
just
again.
tell her that once you are late, you miss the boat when she comes. Honorable Chair, unfortunately, I can't answer this question, the question you seek answers to, because I happen to be the global chairman of the Pan-African movement, and we had a movement meeting in Harare. So I was not available when these Kawempe things were taking place. I was in Zimbabwe. However, my colleague, the Minister of State, addressed Parliament, I'm told, and he ably put our position. And the President has also made a position, and we are bound by collective responsibility to follow the statement of the Chief Executive. So if you have any questions after the statement of the Chief Executive, I think you better refer those questions to the Chief Executive, because we are bound by collective cabinet responsibility, and he is the chair of the cabinet. So I can't put any other position other than the position of the Chief Executive.
From who?
I seek
What are you
clarification.
seeking?
I seek clarification from the minister. It is true, the state minister presented the paper in the parliament, and where, Honorable Chair, you were there, and there were several demands from the House. One were to highlight the people that participated in clobbering the people of Uganda. Now, there are so many highlighted demands from the people of Uganda in their platform called Parliament. And colleagues, let's not assume that we are here on our own behalf. These are good people. These are not the people who beat the Ugandans. And the minister is clear. We need to know. We should not rubbish and take this lightly. You have a collective responsibility to answer for the cabinet even when you are
Okay,
here.
so your point of
So
clarification.
clarification I seek from the minister. While you presented the paper in the parliament, there are several demands that parliamentarians demanded. Can we also have those
Thank
answers?
you. Switch on.
There will be a statement before Parliament. Whatever the legitimate demands, let's aggregate them in that statement, which will come before Parliament. And like I've told you, I wasn't here. The Honorable Minister of State made a statement which was succinct. And from what he said there is a way we operate. We are in charge of the police. Him and I are in charge of the police. We are not answerable for the activities of the Tonton Makutu. I thank you.
As you are aware that a number of media stations took a position for the media blackout on all security agencies, you are aware of what happened in Kawempe North by-election, where a number of journalists were assaulted, harassed, their equipment confiscated. So we made a decision as UPPA, as Wujja, Wuju, HRNJ, WOSPA, NAB, and of course the Editors Guild. So we said until there is an assurance on the safety of journalists, that's when we shall go back and start covering the activities of security organs. So for today, even when police was appearing before the Defense and Internal Affairs Committee, we have made a decision to boycott the covering of that proceeding until we get an assurance on the safety of journalists in this country. You are aware we are approaching 2026. So until we fight for our rights as journalists, nobody will come out to fight for our rights. We have been fighting for the rights of others, and it's high time for us as journalists to also fight for our rights.
Also, you have alluded to the fact that we are yet to have elections. And the ministerial policy statement, I think, will have to speak to how the ministry is going to handle probably having the mechanism to control the elections. Mr. Chair, it is prudent that in this discussion, where we are reviewing the ministerial policy statement, for the minister, whom I really applaud, because recently I heard his message when he was in a church fundraising, and I want to applaud you, Mister. Thank you so much for being candid to the cause of the freedom fighters. Honorable Chair, it would be prudent when we give hope in the process of reviewing this by committee, to give hope these committee members who represent the people of Uganda that we are safe and we are going to be safe in the election. And maybe I also need to know who is in charge of JAT. Is it also part of these electors? Such that we also get to know, as members representing the people of Uganda, safe even here where we are. Because the First Estate and the people of Uganda need safety in his hands. Thank you.
One, why I had to ask the minister to explain the current standoff where the media has decided to shun the security issues. It is because in Kawempe, the so-called JAT unleashed terror on media, unleashed terror on the people of Uganda. That means that if we are reviewing the ministerial policy statement, we require, as the people representatives, for the minister to explain how he ought to mitigate such occurrence. In event that we leave it like that, it means that it is normal to unleash terror on Ugandans. And it was necessary because we are appropriating money, and this money is from the people of Uganda. It is not from someone's pocket. It is from the people of Uganda who pay taxes, and we have a duty as the people of Uganda through the parliament, because parliament is a platform of the people of Uganda. We have a duty to ask on behalf of the people why the minister is pretending over a team that is unleashing terror on Ugandans, and especially the media fraternity.
Was his response, how was his response? Was he satisfied with the
I wasn't satisfied enough because he seems to be taking the blame to the chief executive, who is the president. And in this case, he says he is not in charge of goons. So, Parliament has a duty to question who is this person in charge of goons, because it has come from the minister's mouth. Meaning that there are goons who are there to terrorize Ugandans. In that case, the minister in charge of internal affairs has a duty also to tell Ugandans who are the goons, because the security of this country is in their hands. So, which means there is a ping-pong kind of, why there is a kind of system where there is blame game, and we have to clear this through a clear question and answer session, and I have been promised by the chair that in a subsequent time we are going to have those questions answered.
Ky'obuuzizza akakiiko